This is take 3 of the same intro. How YouTubers do this, I do not know. Hello and welcome to day 4, 5 of our Passion Play tour, update videos, diaries, whatever we choose to call them. It's been amazing, is the one thing we can say. We've got a couple of videos later on in the video of the cast sharing some of their experiences. I know that Jamie, the director of the show, is going to share some of hers, and I'll share some of mine as well. It's been just a phenomenal time. The cast formed such an incredible family. By the end of it, people were getting teary actually having to say goodbye to each other and do the long drive back to Birmingham or Liverpool or wherever they had come from to join us on the tour, and it was a truly incredible time. We saw God do incredible things. They're just yeah, you heard it around the room as it was shared with the cast. They were just whooping and cheering and clapping, and they were just so chuffed with all the things that God had done through the Passion that week, and yeah, it's really special to see. So we'll show you some of that as the video goes on. But just to explain what's happened since our last update video, it came to the Friday, the day that we were set to perform the Passion. The day before we'd done the flash mob, we'd been giving out flyers, lots of people had said they were coming, and the day of the performance we actually had a lot of people come. We always had an audience all the way through our 2-hour performance. It was absolutely awesome. Lots of people passed by, stopped, watched. Lots of people passed by, watched, came back and watched and left. You know, so we had lots of different types of audience there. People who actually brought a chair and sat there for the whole thing. It was amazing. The cast were moved on stage, the crowd were moved. We had so many great reports about it. It was just an awesome time. So we got some video clips from that. There wasn't a lot, but we got some because obviously it was busy, particularly for me on technical team and Jamie being the director and everyone in backstage. But we got some on the main camera and we got a lot off the cast's phones and some audience members as well. So we'll give those to you. Have a watch, have a listen. It was a truly incredible time, so we hope that you are able to catch even just a little glimpse of what the atmosphere was like at the Passion in Teignmouth. So here we are, is the day of the Passion, and we are setting up. This is what it looks like currently in Teignmouth. We've already had lots of people looking on, wondering what's going on. So it's going to be an exciting day. We'll do our best to get as many clips for you as we can. Obviously, we're going to be busy, but we will do our best. So here we are. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay.
Right.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
That's it? Okay, good? Yeah? Do I need to stop talking or keep talking? Keep going, okay, I'm still going. I don't really know what to say, but I will talk to Carolina as I put this poofy thing on.
Number 10. Hey everyone, hi Teignmouth. Yeah, just want to say that I really like this place, and I like the chai latte from the Riviera.
And as I looked into his eyes, I knew that those eyes would see many things that no mother could have prepared her for.
If only for a moment, people had stopped and looked at the heart behind his actions. Not trust what others said or the words of other people.
You see, this place is for him and him alone. Leave and go. Do not come back. This is our Father's temple. Learn to respect his name. Go. See, this was where we can meet our Father, where we can go to him, and we can meet with him. The mustard seed as small, okay, even smaller. As small as that. That is all the faith you need. You can say unto your grandma's eyes to be open, and for ears to hear, and even for
legs to walk.
even for their legs to
I
walk.
can dance, I can dance, I can dance, I can dance, I can dance.
Please! Just one time, please! Please! Please!
Somebody touched me.
Forgive me. Everything I have is spent on doctors.
You're not bleeding anymore.
Bleeding.
You're well.
I'm not bleeding.
And I do not pray that you should take them away, but that you should protect them from the evil one. Father, sanctify them by your truth. Father, your word is the truth, and for their sakes I sanctify myself. I've given you an example to follow. Do as I have done to each of you. I tell you for me to wash those feet. But the same can't be said of all of you. I've given you an example to follow. Do as I have done to each of you. I tell you the truth, no servant is greater than their master.
That beside him at his right and left was the decision of his Father in heaven. He told us if we wanted to be great, there was something we'd have to do first. We had to become servants just like him. Just like when he washed our feet, he told us we needed to become servants. And that if we really wanted to be the greatest of all, that is what it would take. Love. Serving unconditionally. Loving him and loving each other. And I guess if there was one thing I wish, it was that I could have proved how much I loved him.
Till the end,
Oh,
you are the one
I didn't know,
that followed him here.
didn't know.
Don't pretend that it's not important when he isn't here.
I promised I would never betray you. Said I would die just to protect you. A tale of lies, the words I've spoken. Eyes to the skies, my promise is broken. How could I? And I walked behind him, and his legs weakened. I saw him carry his cross. My son carried.
Touch of his love, just one wave of his hand, and sickness will flee, and oceans will part at his command.
Could have called 10,000 angels, but he died alone for you and me. Oh, he could have called 10,000 angels to destroy the world. We sat and we mourned. We spoke, and sometimes we were silent. We talked, and then we also just stared. We barely ate. Not even me. We comforted each other as each of us shook with tears.
So I first saw the Passion Play in Nuneaton and it really moved me. And when we were asked as a family to come and join this showing of the Passion, we jumped at the chance. I was part of the chorus, one of the female disciples, and it touched me in a different way being part of it. When we were stood, myself and Amy, next to Jesus on the cross, we were genuinely crying and genuinely just comforting each other. It was a very moving experience. During the section where we were able to go and pray with people, there was one gentleman who asked to be prayed for his diabetes, and we've just been told that today his blood sugar levels have gone down, so praise God, miracles have happened on this mission.
All right, whenever you're ready, Melanie.
Well, it's been amazing for me being part of Manor, a Manor Theatre Company. Was just I've been on mission trips before, and we go and share the gospel, explain the gospel with people. But to be able to, in that 2-hour slot, to be able to show the gospel to people, so they're not only hearing the story, but they go home with a visual memory. They hear the sounds, they hear the crying, they hear the cheering, they hear the hosannas, and that's just incredible. They'll take that story, and I don't think they'll really forget what they saw. So that's been amazing. I met a lovely guy called Pete. You always meet someone from your local area. He was from Birmingham, and he wasn't sure what he believed in. And he had a mother that he was looking after. He was actually had some disabilities himself, but he was looking after his mum also. So he went and brought his mum the next day and brought her to see it, and she really loved it. He still wasn't sure what he believed. I encouraged him that he could ask God to prove it himself to him, show him any day that he wanted to. But what he did say when I was leaving was that it was so important that we did the play not at Easter time, because he said it's such an important story. So for someone who wasn't sure what they believed in, that meant a lot to him. So hopefully, and I also connected him just to let him know about Simply Church that's here as well. And then when we had a time when we went out to pray for the people, there was a lady there with her 2 kids, a son and a daughter, and she was quite emotional, I think, from the play. But it's kind of like seeing that personal Jesus. But she asked that just to have some stability, somewhere to live, that they needed to find somewhere to live, and just for some healing and some help in her marriage. So it was just nice. He was a Christian already, just to spend some time to agree with her and the kids, and then get back on stage again. So that was really powerful. It was amazing for me.
I think for me the best part about this Passion Tour has been being able to see the impact that not just we have on those outside who we get to impact and witness to on the streets and during the Passion performance, but also the way that every cast member in their own individual way has been able to encourage and uplift and bring other people up. You see so many different sides to people, different facets when you're all living in one big place together, but you discover that there is so much goodness and so much amazing abilities that people have in lifting each other up and just getting around each other and helping, but also in the creative ways each one has in expressing the gospel and how they reach people.
Hello all, this is Jay. At the end of an amazing week, we have had such a fantastic time in Devon. I think the main thing which really struck me this morning as I was reading the word was that he said, Jesus, that is, that he had to endure to the end for the hope that was set before him. And that is something that I felt that this week a lot of us have had to place aside health issues, personal circumstances, things that came against us during the missions trip, and set aside and endure through those things, to really push and power through those things because of the hope that was set before us. And that hope was the testimonies that we saw at the end, people getting saved, people getting healed, people coming back to Christ, and also the connections and the friendships and the deepening of those relationships that was made between the tour team and the cast, and people who drove for us. Devon, you're epic, and Abby that came to be the house mum. Abby, you're a star. And Ari, our daughter, who just ran the whole thing from the mission space for us in our absence as I'm recovering. God was just so good in providing the best team. The young people were absolutely outstandingly amazing. The hope and the joy that you guys brought, right from the youngest to the early teens and into young adults. You were helpful, you asked if you could help and support, and that really shone through. So I'm so grateful that everyone pulled together. The laughter, the fun in the evenings, the epic duo of our guitarist and our yapping dogs, which were on tour, yours, ours and everyone else's, a great mix of animals and friends and family. It was a very special week. And as you can hear, one of the things that we had to endure was the little dogs barking and sometimes spatting with each other. And also we had to learn as friends and family and Jesus to overcome things together. And I, for one, have found it an incredibly stretching week in many, many ways, but also an incredibly inspiring week. So we are really grateful for your love, your support and your prayers. Please do continue to pray and support us as a ministry and as a family. And if you want to know more about that and partnering with us, we would so appreciate your partnership so we can keep doing what we're doing, keep getting the gospel out there through the creative arts. And yeah, we just are so grateful because people are hearing the good news, and that's what our Great Commission is about. So God bless you, and I hope you've enjoyed this video.
So that was the Passion, and just a small nugget of it, a few video clips here and there that I was able to get from the sound desk. We didn't actually have an official videographer or photographer with us this time, so I had to get those from Control Point. But we also have a few photos and videos from the audience, which will be going out on our social medias if there isn't a few in this video already. So keep an eye out for those. But it was just a beautiful day. We had an incredible team with us from Simply Church, from our cast, 2 guys who had travelled all the way down from Birmingham just to be with us and help us. Was just amazing. We had some Devon residents who came and supported us as well. We just had an incredible team. It was amazing. So you all know who you are. Thank you so much for your support. We really genuinely couldn't do these shows without people like you. You make our jobs so much easier having you there. So thank you. All these testimonies that have happened because of the Passion Play, you had a part in, and you know, we're just super grateful to you. So you heard the cast just share a couple of testimonies just now, but I want to share one quickly as well. A gentleman messaged us on our Manor Theatre Company Facebook page that evening after the Passion Play, and just as I'm going home, we're driving home back to our accommodation, I read this message on Facebook, and he's just telling us how amazing the performance was, how impressed he was, and then he says, "And I'm now pleased to call Christ my guide in my life." This gentleman has given his life to Christ. He's joining his local church, and he's going to attend regularly. It's an incredible thing to know that the Passion actually helps someone meet Jesus, you know, for the first time in their life. And when I read that testimony, God reminded me of a song called Rescue. And if you know the lyrics to that song by Lauren Daigle, you know that the chorus goes, "I will send out an army to find you." And immediately I had a picture of the whole cast, and it made me realise that God had mobilised the whole cast, all the crew, had provided all the money needed to perform the Passion for this one gentleman. You know, even if he was the only person that we know of that got saved there, God thought his heart, his soul, precious enough to take a team of 35 people, including all the team, probably about 45-50 people, and all the thousands of pounds it took to perform this just for him. And it made me realise the lengths that God will go to for each one of us. So such a beautiful testimony. After that, we went to the pastor's house where they put on a massive spread for us with a beautiful barbecue. We had a great time as a team there, just socialising and looking back at what God had done over the day. So many laughs to have as a team. Oh gosh, yeah. I won't mention one of our cast members' seconds and thirds that they went back for, but you know who you are. So that was good fun. Then that was sort of the end of the day, apart from one thing. We had to drive our trailer with all the props in back to the cast accommodation. On the way back, we were playing games with the minibus that was carrying half of the cast, and we managed to get in front of them. And we started driving really slow down these Devonshire lanes, and the minibus was having to crawl along behind us, and you could see their reactions in the rearview mirror. It was good fun. But the thing that topped it off was once all the cast had gone inside and everyone had gone to bed or started chatting, whatever, we found a big roll of non-adhesive hazard tape sitting in the car. So we grabbed it and we wrapped it around the car park and around the cars, waiting for them in the morning. And one of the cast members sent us this video. needless to say, we had a lot of comments that day about our prank, and when we went back to get our trailer, the same tape had ended up wrapped around our trailer. So they got us back, but you have to, don't you? It's always good to play a good prank on everyone when you're doing that. But the next 2 days were just kind of like socialising days for us. We spent a lot of time together as a team, just reminiscing over what God had done. We spent a while sharing testimonies and hearing things that happened to people in the audience, to people in the cast. We went for a couple meals together as a team. We went down to the beach, because you're in Devon, you've got to go to the beach. And it was just a beautiful time of worship and fellowship and just sharing food together to top off the week. And then it came to the day when we had to say goodbye, and there was teary eyes amongst everyone. People had built just such beautiful relationships between each other on this missions trip, and yeah, they're relationships that are going to last for a very, very, very long time. People who may never have met because of the passion, because of Manna, and are forming incredible friendships and relationships. So we just want to say thank you to all our partners and friends for the impact that you're having on people's lives who train with Manna, and then the impact that you're having on the lives of those who see the performances by people from Manna. We just want to thank you for all your continued prayer, your continued support, your financial support. You make these things happen. You make people's lives genuinely change. You know, the passion brought someone to faith. It's baptized at least 3 people in the Holy Spirit. We've seen healings, you know, and that's all because you've been able to send us as a missions team through your financial giving, through your prayers, and it's just enabled us to go and share the gospel in this most amazing way through the arts, through telling the story of Jesus' death and resurrection, you know, right into summer when it's normally just an Easter performance, but this is a story that is relevant all year round. It's the essence of the salvation message. It is the salvation message, you know, so it's a story we should be telling all the time. So thank you so much for all your help and support. We really, really do value you so much. So to send you out, here is a little audio clip from that worship service we had the day after the Passion. It was a beautiful time of worship. The presence really was just tangible in the room. So as the with thanks kind of scroll through for all the different people we want to say thank you to, and the different teams that we want to show our gratitude to, have a listen to this amazing time of worship that we had as a cast and team. I hope it blesses you as much as it blessed everybody else. And until the next Passion, we will see you soon. Thank you and goodbye. How do you sign off a vlog? I've not vlogged before, so hopefully this was alright. So this is me signing off.